You've only been told half of the story, the good part. You're about to find out the bad and the ugly. I'm Arvin Haddad. I'm the How to Buy a Mansion guy. Let's watch this video together.
Welcome to the Iron Man house, located here in Clifton, Cape Town. This property has been on our list for a while, and it feels incredible to be finally standing on the grounds. This modern marvel spans over 4 levels and features concrete, steel, and glass in its core identity. Without a doubt, one of the coolest homes I've ever seen in my life, so it's my great privilege to welcome you to the Iron Man house. Welcome to this stunning property. I'm currently on the main staircase, board form concrete walls, floating stone steps, stainless steel and glass railing, and below the staircase, we have this beautiful indoor garden with a skylight above to bring more natural light to the main level.
This property is rightfully so called the Iron Man house, but it's really inspired by the work of John Lautner, who was a student of Frank Lloyd Wright, who really introduced integrating the architecture with its surrounding. And this internal courtyard with the skylight above it is a prime example of it.
Now, right in front of us is the great room, or the Iron Man inspired lounge. This has to be one of the coolest spaces we have ever toured on our channel. The angled glass walls, concrete columns, concrete ceilings that run all the way to the exterior, views of the Atlantic Ocean, and we even have a feature pool that wraps around this room. This space looks absolutely unreal. And check this out. Jarvis, what's the weather like today? Well, they don't have Jarvis here because this is not the real Iron Man house.
They do have a printer. That's good. Okay, let's talk about the architectural style of the house because I really like it. I know what I told you. I'm going to tell you the bad and the ugly and you got to wait for it. But I'm not going to say something is bad when it's not. Architecturally speaking, it truly is iconic. Why? You will never forget this house. And most importantly, not just it, brings in that John Lautner vibe and energy. It really outdoes the house in the Iron Man movie. It looks cooler. That whole internal backyard between the two structures is going to cause a lot of problems later in the video. You will find out. But architecturally, optically speaking, it looks freaking awesome.
This property is incredible. Between the angular lines, concrete frame, concrete roof lines, glass walls, 3 pools, and these views throughout the property, it's absolutely unreal. And this is the great room. I love this space. You have your couch here, seating on the other side. These angled glass panels make this space feel like it's like a control room. It's the control center for the spaceship. Look at these unobstructed views.
Bingo, as Enes likes to say. Pay attention to the seating arrangement in this great room. It's the formal living space, okay? Everything is planned. When they were designing this space, they didn't just look at, okay, it's going to look like this from the outside. Where are we going to position the seating arrangements to really maximize this view? Because this is your, wow moment. You come up the elevator, you turn right, and you see this great room that it really looks like a control room, like in the airport, right? Like where you see the airplanes flying in and out. You really have this commanding position, and it has to do with the angle of the glass that it gives you. It kind of looks over, gives you that jetliner view at the same time. And it really is designed both from the outside in and from the inside out.
Now, before we move on, let's talk about the specs of this property. We have 6 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms. This home is valued around $20 million. It's actually not on the market for sale, but it is available for short-term rentals starting from $120,000 rent, and it can go up to $300,000 rent depending on the season that you rent this property. And for the price point, I think you get an amazing estate. Now, across the great room, we have the kitchen. Beautiful island wrapped with stone. I also like how they cover the columns with glass panels, including the ceiling.
I wasn't expecting this. Why is the kitchen right next to the formal living space? And what the hell is going on there? Why is there paper covering that room? I was expecting a bar, and they gave us a kitchen. That sexy, formal living room, the great room, didn't give me like, let's hang out after dinner vibe. It gave me cocktail, music, having guests over. This is like the wow moment of the property. This is like the architectural significant moment where you get this, 180-degree view. That was the moment where you really want to entertain, right? Not have food. Very strange place to put the kitchen.
And coming this way, we can take a closer look at some of the kitchen cabinets here. Beautiful dark wood cabinetry. You have your composite stone countertops, small fridges, dishwasher, induction cooktop. You have everything you need here.
Are you kidding? Look at the sink. It's the smallest sink for a kitchen. And you just call 2 wine coolers, fridge and freezer.
Small fridges, dishwasher.
And then you have bar seating on the side, which would not even allow you to cook and function over here because it's already narrow. What the hell was this? Is this a kitchen or is it a bar? Horrible choice.
Now, this pivot door opens up to the chef's kitchen, all white cabinetry, island in the center. You have your gas cooktop, dishwashers, and this kitchen also has a staff access. That way they can come up here there easily.
Why? Why would you put your chef's kitchen at the prime location of the property? You already had a kitchen there. Why would you put a chef's kitchen over here? I get it. If you want to allocate the best part of the property to the family and you say, you know what, even if we have friends over, they're close enough, we'll have them in the same quarters, we'll entertain all in one location. You had to create an intimate setting for the family to hang out after dinner, and you did not do that. You could have had the kitchen over there, actually a proper kitchen with a proper refrigerator and everything, and then on this side, it should have been the family quarters, maybe a breakfast nook that opens up to the outside. You have 4 different floors on this property. Some with really low ceilings would make great maid's quarters and chef's kitchen, where you can really bring the food up from a different level and serve it over here if it's actually being prepared by a chef. Because the dining table is not even here. There's no dining table here. The dining table is all the way on the other side of the same room. You will see it right now.
Now, before we move on, right at the landing of the staircase, we have a door that opens up to a really nice powder bathroom. Granite stone wall. Love the stainless steel sink there. And this bathroom services the main level. Now, separating the great room from the formal dining area is this elevator. This property actually comes with 2 elevators. This one goes to all 4 levels, and behind this elevator, we actually have the staircase taking us down to the level below. Now, let's cover this incredible formal dining room. Look at this solid wood table, seating for 10. I love these stainless steel chairs wrapped with leather, and on the other side, you can see these board form concrete walls giving so much texture to this space. Look how they incorporated this granite shelf here with a steel leg, copper drawer fronts, and then you have sliding glass doors opening up to your backyard. And this is where we have our meals.
Okay, this is not a bad place to put the dining table, and I will tell you why. This is a long house. It's really 3 lots that have been combined with each other. The depth is really thin, but it's really long. So it makes sense to put your dining table along the length to give it utility and compensate for this long house issue. And it also connects to the backyard, and you have a little courtyard, your little greenery on this side. It's intimate, it's vibey, it's cool. But it actually shows the point that you didn't have to put the chef's kitchen next to your prime location. You really should have, if you wanted to have a kitchen there instead of a bar, you really should have allocated that space to the family living room. Because when it gets dark, there's no view out the window. It's pitch black, okay? You have to create a little cozy, intimate moment, especially when it's so exposed on the other side, where the family could congregate when you don't have guests, watch TV, hang out, and chat.
In fact, let's check out this gorgeous backyard, grass section right in the center, 12 Apostles, Atlantic Ocean, Clifton beaches down below, and we're on the slopes of Lion's Head. This is absolutely beautiful. I'm out of words.
Yeah, the views from up here are incredible. And to elaborate more on what Enes was saying, 12 Apostles is this mountain range directly behind us with these 12 peaks. And it really is one of like the most stunning mountain ranges I feel like I've ever seen.
Okay, I'm going to give a view score at the end of the video. I have 10 principles of quality, which I go over at the end of each video and grade them. If you haven't subscribed, do it right now. It's very educational stuff. And I'm going to rate this view. I'll tell you what's good about it. You see 2 of the Apostles? That's okay. The best part of the view is the Queen Necklace view of the Clifton beach, right? Really nice sand, really clear water. It gives you that kind of a coastline view from your backyard, not necessarily from your living quarters, but from your backyard, which is interactive, right? It's not a plain blue ocean view. It's got more elements that you can engage with.
By the way, this grass section right in the center is super rare. If you look at the properties around Clifton, you'll realize that most of them are hillside homes and they don't really have grass yards. But because this home is built on 3 lots, you get this amazing space right in the center.
Okay, let me tell you guys what I like about this backyard and what I don't like about it. The fact that you do have a backyard on the main living quarters is amazing because most of the other properties don't. It connects to the living quarters, the most important floor. You feel it, you can interact with it, you can hang out in it. It's amazing, okay? The other element that I like is architecturally, it's beautiful. It really balances the other 2 sections that stick out in a really natural way, and it really makes the property unique. Without it, it would look like any other, curvy modern architecture. So I absolutely love that. Now, here are the things I don't like about it. You actually get some line of sight from properties above you, so it's not as private as you would think. But the most negative thing about this backyard is that it really creates 2 different structures that have very poor connectivity to each other.
Right in front of Mikey, we have a staircase that takes you down to the guest level. That way, guests can come up here and enjoy this amazing pool, which is on this side. I mean, look at this space. Infinity edge pool. This cantilevering roofline is absolutely incredible. Look at the amount of concrete they have up there floating above this infinity edge pool. Now, we actually have a staircase here going up to the 2nd floor of this section where we have 2 guest suites. We're gonna check out those spaces in a second, but for now, I wanna bring everybody here so we can check out this outdoor shower. I have to say, this is one of the coolest outdoor showers, if not the coolest outdoor shower we have ever seen on our channel. Look at this space. It's open on top, rain head above me. You have granite throughout, these angular lines, so futuristic. This property is gonna age so beautifully.
Okay, I love this outdoor shower. I think it's a really cool experience because you have to go between 2 really narrow walls. It feels like you're in between 2 tall canyons and there's a shower there. So you get a lot of privacy, but it's a very controlled experience where you only get like a very narrow opening to the ocean and outside. It's completely hidden, very cool, very appropriate for the architecture. But as far as the whole house being timeless, I think architecturally for sure it's a really timeless design. I think it will age properly, but the finishes haven't. They already showing their age.
What an amazing space. And then we have these steps taking us to the other side. You have stacked stone, board from concrete walls. This is the 2nd elevator that connects this wing of the house. And then underneath this cantilevering roof structure, we have the pool deck. What an amazing space to entertain, enjoy. You have built-in seating on the right-hand side, your wraparound bar, barbecue station behind Mikey.
What a dead space. What a missed opportunity. This is what happens when you idealize a different design and you try to mimic it instead of staying true and connected to the actual location. They've tried really hard to go John Lautner with these color cabinets and all that stuff. You don't have to do that. You can pay homage by the architecture alone and you can really tell a different story because this is dead. When you look at it from the outside, it looks like a World War II pillbox. Where is the greenery? Where are those natural elements? This color just doesn't really complement the nature, the surrounding area in Cape Town, and it just doesn't give a good vibe.
The last detail I want to cover here is this skylight bringing natural light. It is actually on the balcony of the guest suites, and like we said earlier, we have a staircase wrapping around this structure and taking you up there. Even coming up to this level is an experience. Look at the cantilevering roofline that's behind me. We have a small deck area and 2 guest suites. We're gonna start our tour with this one, king size bed, concrete walls, built-ins, really unique angles. I actually like this wooden section here, and then your entire bathroom is open. And I know this is a guest suite and it's all about the experience, but can we talk about this concrete ceiling and this roof line and how it extends to the exterior? It's absolutely beautiful. And come on in so we can check out the bathroom. Terrazzo floors, floating vanity on this side, mirror wall. This is your walk-in shower. How cool is that?
Pretty insane.
Enes, it's not cool. You should look at yourself in that frame. You don't look good. And this area sucks. And I'll tell you why. It was a huge mistake. Try to squeeze 2 bedrooms in this one location. This should have been one incredible guest suite or an office, okay? Office would have been fantastic. You had a complete separation from the main house. You had to go through the backyard, come over here. You had a separate elevator. You had all the elements to put your office over here. Or if you didn't work from home, this could have been an incredible junior primary suite. And they've just tried to squeeze 2 bedrooms out of it, and you get these weird angles and a shower that looks completely out of place.
Now, let's walk out to this amazing balcony on this level. Your views are fantastic, great elevation, glass railing throughout. And I want to apologize to everyone because I feel like throughout this tour, I'll be talking about Cape Town and views nonstop because it's hard not to.
Look at this view. It's arguably better views than the other location on the other side. Why? You get to see 8 of the apostles. You still get to see the Queen Necklace view. You get a good, like maybe 40% landscape, 60% ocean. Beautiful. And you squeeze 2 subpar bedrooms out of it. They went for the quantity instead of quality, and that is the big difference between luxury and ultra luxury.
Now, we talked about the skylight down below at the pool deck. You can actually stand on it. Very cool detail. And then on the other side, we have accordion glass doors opening up to the second guest suite on this wing, king size bed, angular lines, built-in cabinetry. Around the corner, it also comes with a full bathroom. You have your walk-in shower, vanity, everything you need. And it is definitely a spacious guest suite.
No, it's not. The bed is almost coming out of the freaking window, dude. This is not spacious. They've definitely tried to squeeze it in. This should have been one room. One.
This house has been designed in such a way that you can't believe when you start relaxing how you enjoy it. Luxury for me is all about time. You know, for us in residence, those first 2 days of any booking is extremely important. I personally love that you don't experience the staff in your space because I want you to relax. We work extremely hard behind the scenes to have this seamless experience. So it starts with hospitality grade cleaning. From there you start having chef, security, and to integrate all of this is not easy because remember at the villa there is no staff. So we merge hospitality with the residential world. This house is available for short-term let. It has never been in the past. And we are very proud what we have done for the family and with this specific property.
Okay, this is really interesting. So the owner user built this property for himself, but now he's decided to rent it. Why? If you custom build a house for yourself, why are you moving out? Now, I think that has a lot to do with the fact that you will see this property really functions as a duplex. It's like 2 houses on the same lot. And that could be good for short-term rental. Even for that, it has its own flaws that you will see in the video. But you always want to ask the history of the property. Why did they build it? Why are they moving out? Okay, those are the questions that would really give you clues as to what could potentially be wrong with this layout, architecture, living experience.
This is where this incredible property starts. You have this long driveway with a security booth and it brings you to this point. Cobblestone driveway takes you all the way to the 12-car garage, but first I want to point out what's above us. This massive structure with stacked stone exterior. Those 2 picture windows are looking out from the spa area that we're going to see in a bit, and if you look above you can see the curved lines of this beautiful property, cantilevering roof lines, and also off of the entry we have additional parking and a step access that takes you all the way up to the kitchen.
That's not great. Let me give you 2 good reasons. First, it's not great to show your staff cars the first thing when they enter this experience, right? You're trying to frame experience, set the tone, bring the energy in, and you know, a Toyota Corolla and a tuk-tuk is not the best idea to show. The second element is that it could create a confusion as to where the entrance of the property is. Because I bet you, if you live in this here, sometimes people would think this is the front door. Like you have to take the stairs and they will take the stairs and show up at the chef's kitchen and be like, whoa, where's the entrance to the house?
Now coming this way, we have the garage doors opening up to the 12-car garage. Now check this out. This garage also has a turntable. So with a push of a button, you can just spin your car And this makes it really easy for you to pull in and out of this amazing garage.
You kind of have to because it's really narrow. And if the, staff parking is full, you're not going to have a place to really turn around. So I'm glad they put one here.
Now, coming to this side, glass enclosed entry, double doors open up, and you have beautiful terrazzo floors. Water feature on each side. Elevator landing and the staircase taking you up to the second floor. Now, before we leave this space, I want to cover some of the areas.
Before we do that, let's talk the wow factor. So far, there's nothing about this entrance that really gives me that sexy Iron Man vibe and energy. There are two other properties that Enes has critiqued, both of them in France, that have significantly better entrance experience. Not just the private driveway, but this whole walkway that tries to reposition you. So when you open up the elevator on the upper floor, because remember, you're against the view, you're on the wrong side of the view here, you will have the wow factor. And this is just very, very average.
You have your concierge room here. This door on my left opens up to the gym, which is actually very spacious.
It's not spacious at all. It's tiny. It's neither inspiring or spacious.
Now, I want to take this curving staircase here to the second floor. Beautiful floating steps, and it brings you to this point. Again, we have the elevator landing behind me. I got to talk about these curved pocket doors. What an exquisite detail, right?
It's like a vault, It's really cool.
Super cool. And on the other side, we have this amazing bar. Look at all the angles, bar stools, you have your ice maker, fridges, everything you need. And on the other side, you have your glass accordion doors opening up to a really nice terrace shared by the two guest suites that we have on this level.
Wow, what a disappointing experience. First of all, you take the stairs up, you have to take a shot immediately. Like you have no other choice. And then you don't get much of a view from this angle, and the ceiling heights are really, really low because they have a height restriction. So to squeeze in a garage and 3 other floors above it, they really sacrifice these ceiling heights on this floor.
And on the other side of the bar, we have the seating area. Clear story windows above going all the way into your indoor pool, TV on this side, and Bowers and Wilkins speakers to complement this amazing seating area.
Yeah, this I guess is the theater for the house technically, right?
Technically, I mean, you have blackouts here. You can close off this space.
What? The movie theater is in the reception area? This looks like an area where they will sell you timeshare. Why do you have a seating area here? Oh my God, this is ridiculous. Why would you even want to watch TV? Like, are you waiting for somebody? Such a random place.
Now, let's go through this glass door so we can check out the indoor pool area. This space is so cool. Those are the 2 picture windows that I mentioned on the exterior, looking out to the Atlantic Ocean. Again, clear story windows. This pool is heated, inlaid with beautiful granite, the same granite that we've been seeing throughout the tour. And then on the outside, we have the hot tub. You can easily access it from this point. I gotta say, this is a really cool space.
It's absolutely ugly. Let me tell you why. First of all, you already had 2 outdoor pools and you thought you need another pool indoors. Why would you want an indoor pool in Cape Town when the weather is almost always really, really good? You could have had like a plunge pool. And if I was designing this spa experience, I would have made sure my sauna is facing out, facing towards the view. So when you're enjoying the sauna, you can actually have a beautiful area to look at.
And across from the sauna, we have the steam shower, again, all inlaid with beautiful natural stone. Now, follow me this way. This door opens up to another powder bathroom. This one's actually really spacious with some open shelving, same style vanity that we've been seeing throughout. And it's nice that you have all these amenities, indoor pool, sauna, steam shower, everything you need within this property. Now, you may be wondering where this hallway leads us. This concealed door opens back to the second floor landing, which is really nice.
No, it's not. We already have a narrowness, lack of depth on this lot. Why would you create it like a mistress exit hallway behind the spa? Horrible application of the spa.
Now, going through this glass door, we go to this glass bridge, which is super cool. It takes you to the other wing of this home, and what a cool moment within this property. You can look down to your 12-car garage. I really like this space.
It is cool, but I don't like it. Can you guess why? I give you guys 3 seconds. I always ask a question in my videos and ask my subscribers to think. That's how you get good at spotting flaws in properties. 3, 2, 1. When you think of your home, what are your expectations of your home? Like your core expectation. Why don't you go sleep in the park? You go sleep in a home because it's supposed to protect you. Now, I don't care if this glass is bulletproof or bomb-proof, level 5 or 4. It doesn't give you the emotion and the feeling of security and safety. Buyers come in, look at it, and they won't tell you why they don't buy. They don't even understand it in their brain. But it's because you didn't give them that sense of security because their kids had to cross a glass bridge to have breakfast every morning.
And continuing this way, we have the 2 guest suites, outdoor staircase that takes you up to the pool deck. We talked about the staircase earlier, and we're gonna continue our tour with the first guest suite on this side. King size bed right in the center, plush carpet. I love this built-in headboard design and how they lined this open shelf here with copper. Looks beautiful. Your bottles of water, built-in cabinetry on this side, and obviously we have sliding glass doors opening up to a really nice patio where you can enjoy these views.
Yeah, if you go on top of a stool. Again, I don't find the finishes in this property up to par, even when it was built. I understand its age, but even the choice of finishes, the fact that they tried to really emulate that mid-century design that was popular during John Lautner's time, it's stupid. Don't try to emulate someone else. You can get inspiration from them, but try to be yourself. Try to create something that would inspire the next generation, right? Outdo them. That's, they won't be proud of you for copying them. They'll be proud of you if you take it and take it to the next level and add something to it.
Now on the other side, we have another set of sliding glass doors opening up to the second guest suite on this wing. King size bed right in the center, built-in cabinetry, TV. You have your full bathroom. Let's continue our tour. We have another sliding glass door here opening up to the living room and the kitchen area for the guest quarters.
Do you see what I'm saying? It's a duplex. There's a whole nother house on this level with a much lower ceiling, with worse views, and this freaking kiosk-looking kitchen. Again, they went for the bedroom count to have 6 bedrooms, maybe for an Airbnb, maybe their actual family needs. They had extended family staying with them, but it's not ultra luxury whatsoever.
I actually want to take everybody to the third guest suite on this level. King size bed, amazing views of the Atlantic Ocean. Love this cozy built-in seating area. Fireplace around the corner, TV. Now on the other side, this entire bathroom is glass enclosed. You have a walk-in shower with a rain head, freestanding tub, vanity, and I just love how futuristic this room is.
This future sucks. Is it Japanese? Is it John Lautner, or is it futuristic? This is a great space. This could have been like a proper media room, not like a movie theater, but an entertaining media room where you had couches, you could entertain a ton of people. This whole floor, if I was helping them remodel this property, had to be completely rearranged to take it up from, beat up luxury to ultra luxury.
And like we talked about earlier, right next door is the kitchen. I like the way they fabricated this island here, angles, geometric lines, bar seating. It looks so futuristic.
Dude, Enes, your idea of future sucks, dude. What is this? It literally looks like a kiosk at the mall. It's so bad.
So the Iron Man house presents a unique opportunity for visitors in terms of the fact that it makes Cape Town very accessible. You get to come to this beautiful place and experience this beautiful house. But oftentimes is the case that we find people come for a few weeks, stay in this beautiful house, end up looking at other properties, and before you know it, they're looking to buy something here. If you have a lust for life, if you're passionate about nature, if you love people and good food and good times, South Africa is a place that you have to experience. It will find its way into your heart, and I promise you, you will return at some point.
I would totally go. I wouldn't take my wife and kids, but personally, I would go. I'm down to try it out. They need to work on the whole safety issue to make it a family destination.
All right, let's check out the top floor. I love the landing here. 2 indigenous trees, skylight above, and it brings you to this point. Now on this level, we have 2 bedroom suites and an office. The door at the end opens up to the primary bedroom, and we're gonna continue this way so we can start our tour with the office. Board from concrete walls, small powder room on this side, and the door at the end opens up to this amazing study. I personally really like the space, how you have floor to ceiling, glass doors opening up. I don't need to mention the views anymore. It is absolutely breathtaking, and you have the solid wood table, nice cozy seating area, TV, built-ins, and the built-ins on this side with these copper fronts. It's such a unique contrast to see concrete, beautiful dark wood, and copper work together seamlessly.
They don't. It doesn't look good. The copper looks beat up, and to me, copper next to natural wood is redundant. One would have worked. If you were going to go with copper, you should have gone matte texture finish, or you just go with different color natural wood. And I'm not a big fan of that kind of a mahogany, cherry, Brazilian wood. It's just not in. It's not popular. It doesn't even contrast well with concrete. A lighter tone would do much better.
All right, let's continue. Back to the hallway, and the first bedroom we're going to see is the junior primary bedroom. King size bed. I love how the headboard hugs the wall behind the bed. You have your built-ins, TV, sliding glass doors opening up to a balcony, and look at that roof line that starts from the interior and goes to the exterior. Obviously amazing views, and we have an open bathroom here. By the way, this is where Mikey stays, and freestanding tub, walk-in shower, separate water closet, and this futuristic vanity.
Another beat up bedroom, but not a bad kid's bedroom over here.
Now, let's continue our tour. Back to the landing. Again, I just love this space. Glass railing, stainless steel handrail, elevator landing, and the door at the end, which is the pivot door, opens up to the primary bedroom. I love this space. King size bed right in the center. You have two massive glass doors opening up to a wraparound terrace. Room is extremely spacious. Minibar on the other side, beautiful finishes, warm wood paneling, board from concrete walls, fireplace around the corner. Even the ceiling has this mirror treatment with cove lighting. What a cool space. I mean, look at the roof lines. And then every morning I just walk outside, enjoy this terrace, watch the sunset here. Fantastic. I don't want to leave. I don't want to go back to LA.
Look, he's mesmerized by the views, and I get it. It's gorgeous. South Africa, Cape Town, beautiful, right? But the finishes really, really suck. I mean, where did the black mirror glass come from? Like 80s? Come on. Like John Lautner was retired by then. He wasn't even doing projects. Come on, it's just really outdated, and it's baffling to me that they chose these finishes for 2015 when they finished this project.
And like I said earlier, let me just show it. You have a really nice mini bar on this side.
How is that nice? What's nice about this? Shiny black with an ugly black fridge. Oh my God.
Now follow me this way. Let's check out the primary bathroom, which is just as special. You have also a really nice walk-in closet, built-in cabinetry, massive skylight above. I really like these copper drawer fronts.
I hate them. Look at it. It looks so cheap. It's horrible. Okay, let's give it an Arvin score. Location, Clifton Beach, perhaps the most expensive, highly rated location within the whole continent of Africa. I'm going to give it a 9.5. A lot quality. It's 3 lots put together, but truly speaking, it's not that good. I mean, the flat area naturally is really slanted and against the hill, and the dimensions are off. I can't give it anything more than a 5. Lot utilization. You do have a private driveway, but you don't have that moment, that frontage that you meet the facade. Like, it's just the driveway. And then your side setbacks are really tight. Your backyard is really on the front yard. I'm going to give it a 5. Privacy. I'm going to give it a 6, and I'll tell you guys why. No one really can look into your property from the street level. You're positioned up and they don't have an angle. But there are a couple houses behind you that have a direct line of sight to your backyard, and one house to the side. I'm going to give it a 6. Lot orientation. You're west facing, but you're on the wrong side of the view. You have to reposition yourself to see the view, and for that reason, I'm going to give it a 6. Architectural style. Look, architectural elements and the design. The visual aspect of this property is absolutely beautiful. I really think outdoes the Iron Man house. I'm going to give it a 10. Views. It's really, really good, but it's not a 10. I'm going to give it a 9, and I'll tell you why. It's panoramic, fantastic. Queen necklace view, really good. Then you get 2 of the apostles, but not the 12 apostles. They are properties in Clifton Beach that are positioned that get it all. You get like 8, 9 of the apostles, you get the queen necklace view, and you get the beach all in one, and that would be a 10. Layout, I'm going to give it a 5, and I will tell you guys why. It's really a duplex, but I'm not going to penalize them for it because architecturally they give us something really beautiful. They put a backyard in the middle. What they didn't do right is execute the first 2 floors really well. If you knew you were going to have this problem, you really had to double down on the garage level and the first floor by creating that floor where everyone congregates and comes together. Your spa sucked. Your movie theater was a reception area. You had a bar that you really didn't need. Your gym was really, really small. And for that reason, it's going to get a 5. Scale and volume. The best volume was in your garage, and it just got worse from there. Second best was the control room, right? Your family room or formal living room right next to the kitchen. But then they tried to chop it up to too many bedrooms. Some of the bedrooms were really, really small. They should have really made this a 4-bedroom house, and it would have been way more luxurious. And then your ceiling heights were really, really low on the first floor above the garage where they had the spa and the secondary bedrooms. I have to give it a 4. Finishes. Where they really thrived on the architectural style of the property, they absolutely failed for a 2015 finish on this. They tried to imitate when they should have innovated, okay? They should have told their own story. They should have brought that nature element into it instead of trying to copy John Lautner design from 50 years ago. The finishes have aged horribly and the choice of material were wrong and the color's wrong. I'm going to give it a 2. Now, here's the Arvin score. If you want to see a very similar property in its location and topography, how it was hillside and attached to the mountain in Sardinia, Porto Cervo, check out this video. You will like it. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the comments. Thanks for watching.